In this video, we'll take you on a thrilling journey into the world of one of nature's most tenacious predators. With great strength, agility, adaptability, and fearlessness, this remarkable animal is a true marvel of the wild. Join us as we explore the fascinating world of the wolverine and uncover the secrets of its remarkable hunting skills and unmatched ferocity. If you think of ferocious animals, it's most likely that carnivores like lions, crocodiles, and wolves come to mind first. After all, they're the apex predators of their habitat, sitting at the very top of their food chains. However, the aggression of these species is nothing compared to one animal that's much smaller, but much more fierce. This is Love Epic Wildlife, and today we will tell you the story of the wolverine, fearless hunter of the wild. We're going to cover everything from its appearance and diet to cases of it attacking wolves and bears. Before we start, consider subscribing to our channel and clicking the notification bell so you're the first one to see our new video. The wolverine belongs to the Mustelidae family, which consists of predatory mammals like otters, ferrets, and minks. However, the wolverine is the largest land mustelid, growing up to 66 pounds in weight, 41 inches in length without the tail, and stands 18 inches at shoulder height. It also has a 10 inches tail, without which its general appearance is reminiscent of a small bear. Thick fur helps the wolverine remain warm even in colder temperatures it inhabits, like tundras and taigas in Alaska, Canada, and northern Europe. This animal also has huge paws with claws that evolved to traverse the snowy landscape. As it lives across 2 continents, there are 2 subspecies, the American wolverine and the Eurasian wolverine. Some scientists argue that there are 3 subspecies in Eurasia and 4 in North America, but most recent research rejects such theories. Regardless of that, the subspecies don't differ much, albeit the Eurasian wolverine is slightly bigger, especially those individuals living in Siberia. Some Russian texts list the wolverine as exceeding 70 pounds. Also, the Eurasian wolverine is more proactive in hunting than its American counterpart. So, how and on what is this mustelid preying? The wolverine is an opportunistic predator, meaning it will attack most animals it encounters. As a result, its diet consists of dozens of different species, including squirrels, mice, lemmings, beavers, moles, rabbits, and many others. The wolverine even occasionally preys on other predators like coyotes, lynxes, foxes, and wolf pups. Also, this species isn't afraid of taking on much bigger animals than itself, including deer, moose, and bison. When there isn't any prey around, the wolverine also indulges in plants and berries. Finally, this mustelid is also a scavenger, feeding on the dead bodies of animals. It has a very high metabolism, which means that they require a lot of calories to survive. While a wolf might chill for a couple of days after a full meal, the wolverine will start preying hours after eating. Living in scarce tundras and taigas means the animal density is low, making the wolverine travel long distances in search of food, up to 40 miles per day. As a result, if the hunt was successful and there's more food than it can eat at the moment, the wolverine stores it and comes back to eat it later. Because it lives in subarctic climates, the food doesn't spoil and remains good to eat for a long period of time. It also means that the wolverine has to bite through frozen meat and bone, which is made possible by a bite force of 50 psi and uniquely placed molar teeth that are turned at a 90-degree angle. The wolverine is unlike any other mustelid and is unmatched in strength and ferocity in its family. So, is the wolverine that ferocious? As we've said, it's known to feed on large animals like bison, which have an average weight of 35 pounds. That's 60 times heavier than the wolverine. While that's incredibly impressive, bison is a herbivore that hasn't evolved to protect itself from such predators as the wolverine. So is the wolverine that fierce? Well, there's a documented case of the wolverine attempting to steal a black bear's dinner in Yellowstone National Park. Now, this species weighs about 10 times more than the wolverine and is much more imposing than a timid bison, so it was one ballsy wolverine to challenge the bear. However, that time, the wolverine bit off more than it could chew and met its end soon after. There are also myths of the wolverine successfully taking down an adult wolf, but no such stories are confirmed. That doesn't mean that the wolverine is afraid of wolves. Actually, it's quite the opposite, as scientists have found out that wolverines prefer areas inhabited by wolves over those where they are absent. So while you shouldn't believe random anecdotes on the web about the wolverine jumping into a pack of wolves and taking care of it on its own, the wolverine still deserves to be called the most ferocious and fearless animal in the world. What makes this species a little less intimidating is the fact that it's a solitary animal. Compared to wolves that live in packs ranging from 2 to 10 individuals, the wolverines only get together during the mating season starting in May and lasting until August. The males are polygamous, with some Chad wolverines reproducing with several females, while other males don't get to continue their lineage and are left without a partner. Wolverine females give birth during spring to up to 3 young that are called kits. They are weaned for a couple of months before separating from their mothers and starting their own lives. Kits grow up quickly and reach their full size in about a year, but maturity comes later. Females are capable of reproducing at about 15 months of age, while males mature slower and reach maturity at 2 years of age. However, many kits don't survive infancy. Due to the scarcity of food and predation from predators, including other wolverines, it makes raising offspring a really risky decision, which results in just about half of the females and 1 in 5 males reproducing per year. Luckily, low reproduction rates don't make wolverines endangered species, and they're listed as least concern by International Union for Conservation of Nature. One of the reasons why wolverines aren't endangered is their enormous distribution. As you already know, they're found in both North America and Eurasia, but they also have huge home ranges. The territory of a single male can be as large as 580 square miles, and Eurasian wolverines tend to have bigger territories than American brothers. Now is a good time to ask, how did it even come to inhabit 2 separate continents separated by vast oceans? The answer is pretty straightforward. The ancestors of modern wolverines evolved in Eurasia, and some of them migrated to Alaska through the Bering Land Bridge connecting easternmost Russia with Alaska. It had formed during the last ice age about 125,000 years ago and was over 620 miles wide. Some genetic studies argue that the American wolverine subspecies populated the continent from a single lineage of migrating ancestors. But what kind of animal was that ancestor? Due to the lack of fossils, there isn't a scientific census, but some scientists think that it belonged to an extinct genus called Plesiogulo. It consisted of carnivorous mustelids much larger than their modern descendants, including the wolverine. The genus first appeared in the Americas and migrated to Asia about 7 million years ago. Then, it dispersed through the continent, reaching Europe and even Africa. Unfortunately, fossils don't tell much more about more recent ancestor species of the wolverine. All we can hope for is that they weren't any more ferocious than modern wolverines. Just imagine being an early human who had to face an animal which is basically a much larger wolverine that's looking for its next meal. The wolverine is so special that despite not being the biggest or having the strongest bite, it still evolved the most fierce temperament in the animal kingdom and is the most ferocious beast roaming the surface of our Earth. In summary, what's unique about wolverine animals? What makes them unique and interesting? Wolverines are known for their unique and impressive adaptations that make them one of the most interesting animals in the world. Here are a few reasons why. Incredible strength. Despite their relatively small size, wolverines are incredibly strong and can take down prey much larger than themselves. They have been known to kill moose and caribou and can even move the frozen carcasses of these large animals. Adaptability. Wolverines are highly adaptable and can survive in a wide range of habitats, including the tundra, taiga, and alpine environments. They are also able to travel long distances in search of food and can survive in harsh winter conditions. Fearlessness. Wolverines are fearless and will not hesitate to take on predators much larger than themselves, including wolves and bears. They are known for their aggressive behavior and tenacity, which allows them to defend their territory and food sources. Unique physical characteristics. Wolverines have several physical characteristics that make them unique and interesting. They have large paws that act like snowshoes, allowing them to travel across deep snow. They also have sharp, non-retractable claws that help them climb trees and dig through snow and soil. Overall, wolverines are fascinating animals that have adapted to survive in some of the harshest environments on Earth. Their strength, adaptability, fearlessness, and unique physical characteristics make them one of the most interesting animals to study. That was it for today's video. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and suggestions for future videos in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed watching, subscribe to our channel and check out our previous videos. Thanks for watching.